I thought I would be bored by the time I beat up my 500,000th Marine Lackey, but to my surprise, One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 never let the smile fall from my face. Except for when it was trying and succeeding at making me cry with moments like this. You know what I'm talking about. One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 is an Omega Force Musou game through and through, letting you satisfyingly steamroll hundreds of thousands of enemies single-handedly as powerful hero or villain characters. But it comes with most of the typical baggage that goes along with that distinction. It's not the prettiest looking game in the world. There are lots of reused assets from prior games, and outside of a few select boss fights, its hordes of baddies offer very little resistance. That said, Pirate Warriors 4 managed to surprise me with a well thought out combat system that has a ton of variety strewn across its selection of more than 40 playable characters, excellent cooperative support, and a highly respectable retelling of One Piece's absolutely massive story. PW4's main story mode, Dramatic Log, attempts to summarize nearly 900 episodes worth of One Piece's plot into a single 15-hour campaign. It's an impossible task, to be frank, but a lot of effort was made to make these storybook-esque recaps as entertaining and informative as they could possibly be. Everything is fully voiced by the original Japanese cast, there's a good mix of narration, still imagery, and scenes from the show recreated in-engine to keep things visually interesting, and when they do decide to go all out and do a full-on CG version of One Piece's biggest moments, they always look and sound stunning, with Omega Force's signature guitar riff-heavy soundtrack pumping in the background. Though many of those moments are straight up reused from prior Pirate Warriors games. It's also worth noting that if you're coming into Pirate Warriors 4 as anything less than a gigantic One Piece fan who has watched everything up to the start of the currently airing Wano arc, you're going to get spoiled big time. This definitely is not a replacement for actually watching the show. Pirate Warriors 4 covers 6 main arcs: Alabasta, Enies Lobby, the Paramount War, Dressrosa, Whole Cake Island, and a shoddily thrown together original version of the Wano arc that exists solely to give Pirate Warriors 4 an actual ending, since the real Wano arc isn't finished yet. Those who played Pirate Warriors 3 may get a little bit of deja vu, as the only completely new arcs are Whole Cake Island and Wano, but Pirate Warriors 4 goes much deeper into each of them than its predecessor, with each arc having 5 to 7 missions to tell its story. Each mission has its own selection of playable characters to choose from, with some levels restricting you to just the one character that's relevant to the story, while others allow you to choose from a wide variety of heroes that are present in the scene. I always jumped at the opportunity to try out a new character, and fortunately, those opportunities presented themselves at just about every turn. It was this variety that kept Dramatic Log fun and interesting throughout its 15-hour length, despite the repetition inherent to PW4's gameplay. Dramatic Log is the main course of Pirate Warriors 4, but there's also the Treasure Log mode, which is a series of mostly contextless levels that come with their own rewards and ready-made challenges. Just about everything in Pirate Warriors 4 can be played with 2 players co-op in split screen or online, but certain levels in Treasure Log can also be played online with 4 players. Multiplayer is definitely a strong suit for Pirate Warriors 4, especially considering how easy it is to pick up, smash some buttons, and watch the fireworks fly with little experience. If you've played a Musou game before, you know what to expect from Pirate Warriors 4 on a base level. This is a game all about simple button presses leading to impressive actions. One that treats enemies like they're a million styrofoam peanuts, and the player like they're a leaf blower. Pirate Warriors 4 adds a few interesting wrinkles to the fold, mainly the ability for every character to utilize air combos, which actually does a lot to further differentiate its roster. By pressing the jump button in the middle of a combo, characters take everything around them up into the air, where they have an all-new series of attacks. Some characters, like Sanji, absolutely thrive in the air, where they can use multiple special moves to deal big damage, or utilize a buff that gives them unlimited stamina, which allows them to continuously cancel and restart combos with an air dash in order to stay in the air for as long as they want. Other characters like Jinbei are hopeless in the air, and basically need to be on the ground in order to deal significant damage. This game is also fast, with the ability to connect a 3 to 4 hit ground combo, then launch enemies into the air for another combo, then combo that into a special move which can then be cancelled into more air combos. There's just a ton of frenetic movement that always keeps the action fluid and exciting. Despite that though, the implementation of aerial combat is not perfect. Some characters are given the ability to fly freely, but the controls are messy. There's no way to control your height, which can make it frustratingly difficult to actually hit enemies when you're above them, and sometimes characters can move so fast that it can actually be hard to focus on a single enemy like a commander or a boss if you need to take them down first. Above all else though, Pirate Warriors 4 is a one-piece power trip, and it's a really good one at that. Just about every character feels insanely strong in their own satisfying way. Omega Force has done a great job with its progression mechanics as well. Not only does each character have their own skill trees that build upon their arsenal of unique moves and stats, but there's also a universal skill tree that provides bonuses to all characters. It's a nice system that forces you to make some interesting decisions when it comes to stats with regards to whether you spend resources making everyone a little bit stronger, or you focus in on making a single character stronger that you might use for only one level. Between the 15-hour story mode, the many additional hours that it will take to complete treasure log, and unlockable characters that are tied to getting S ranks on missions, there's a ton of worthwhile content in Pirate Warriors 4 that will keep me busy for quite some time. One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 is a great One Piece game, and though it wears its many flaws on its sleeveless, red button-down top and straw hat, its smart additions to combat go a long way in reducing the notorious tedium that typically plagues the Musou genre. It's still a tough sell to a non-One Piece fan, but as someone who absolutely loves One Piece and was only just sort of into Musou games, I found a ton to like in Pirate Warriors 4. For more One Piece Pirate Warriors 4, check out the first minutes of the game. Also make sure to check out our countdown of the top 10 One Piece moments of all time. And for everything else, keep it here on IGN.